Yeah. Dots on the screen like disco lights, flicker and shine in the heat of the night. I got the moves, I got the groove, trade the dots and watch me improve. Yeah. Trade the dots, hit the spots, fund the prop, make it pop. Money, 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 oh, it's hot. Trade the dots, yeah, trade the dots. Spin that chart like a DJ wheel, up and down, it's a funky deal. Risk is a dance, it's a balancing act, but I'm moonwalking on this market track. Yeah. Fingers snapping, numbers tapping, groove keeps flowing, never napping. Trade the dots, hit the spots, fund the prop, make it pop. Money, 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 oh, it's hot. Trade the dots, yeah, trade the dots. Cashing in, cashing out, shake it, scream and shout. Pockets fat, but I'm staying lean. I'm the king of the trading scene. Yeah. Dots on the screen like disco lights, flicker and shine in the heat of the night. I got the moves, I got the groove, trade the dots and watch me improve. Yeah. Trade the dots, hit the spots, fund the prop, make it pop. Money, 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 oh, it's hot. Trade the dots, yeah, trade the dots. Spin that chart like a DJ wheel, up and down, it's a funky deal. Risk is a dance, it's a balancing act, but I'm moonwalking on this market track. Yeah. Fingers snapping, numbers tapping, groove keeps flowing, never napping. Trade the dots, hit the spots, fund the prop, make it pop. Money, 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 oh, it's hot. Trade the dots, yeah, trade the dots. Cashing in, cashing out, shake it, scream and shout. Pockets fat, but I'm staying lean. I'm the king of the trading scene. Yeah. Dots on the screen like disco lights, flicker and shine in the heat of the night. I got the moves, I got the groove, trade the dots and watch me improve. Yeah. Trade the dots, hit the spots, fund the prop, make it pop. Money, 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 oh, it's hot. Trade the dots, yeah, trade the dots. Spin that chart like a it's a funky deal. Risk is a dance, it's a balancing act, but I'm moonwalking on this market track.
Good morning. I'm moonwalking on this market track, babies. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Let me make this as visible as possible. Big. Are we seeing the screen nice and big? Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Everybody's crawling in. It's Mini Marathon Tuesday. I am in Jersey all week long because my heating in the house is blown out, and I'm waiting for the guys to come in before the freeze comes in and blows all the pipes. The joys of home ownership are enormous. It's so much easier to live in the city where I have my super take care of everything else. But it's nice because I'm in Jersey by myself. That means I'm going to be doing today not one, not two, but 3 lives. We are doing triple live Tuesday. New York Open, New York close for the Europeans. We're going to trade. We're going to trade on MT5 and TradingView for ACAP, and then Asia Open for CFD, StingCap. We're going to trade gold with them. So going to be a very, very exciting day today. Hope you guys are all having a good day. I traded a little bit last night for myself, actually for my own account. I didn't even trade prop, just my own account, just to see how well the structure was working on real money. And it was working very, very well. And it's working very well now. But today we're going to do something interesting. I don't know if you email again. Any questions that are customer support, just email us. I'll have Kathy respond to you. We're trading Apex today. We're trading futures. Everybody get the Apex accounts. I hope they're still. I still think we get the discount. I bought a couple more Apex accounts, and I'm going to talk about that today. Let me walk you through Apex, how you buy them. Let me walk you through the sequence. So I'm going to go into my personal account here. Here's the important part. You need this app called Authenticate. Let me show it to you on the camera in case you don't have it. Okay, it's an app called Authenticator. Okay, Google Authenticator. I don't know if you guys can see it, right? And it will give you. You sign up for it. You just walk through the process, and it will give you the codes to let you log into almost every single website, including TradingView itself, is using this. So just get used to how to use it. So I'm going to log into my account. 267. I still think, I think the discount is still live. I believe so. I'm going to try it. We'll do Trade of 8, and then we'll do wealth charts just to show you that I think both are working. So what you do is you say, click here. You make sure you use the BK save discount. Click here. I think it's going to be a discount. Yep. We're still at $37, right? So let's do the same thing with wealth charts. Let me make sure that the wealth charts is working. The same thing, $50,000 account. That's the accounts that I trade with. You guys can, of course, choose whatever you want. So we're going to go here, BK save. I'll go through this one more time, like mid-show. I say I request immediate access, blah, blah, blah. Same thing. Massive discount. So I bought a couple of more accounts on Apex, right? And today we're going to do something different. Pain in the ass to log in now. It's not really. I mean, it's really for your own good. Once you get used to Authenticator, and once you have it, all it is you just punch in the numbers. But then you're like really, really sure that nobody's coming into your account. And every single website is using it now. So you might as well get used to it. It's not 93 months. 93 months. I don't know. View. What are you talking about? It's $37. I just showed you my discount code. Let me put the discount code over here for you guys. Use the BK save. You will guaranteed you're going to get the biggest discount. Question is, do we have access to BFF strategy for backtesting as well as the indicator and trading view with a lifetime purchase. Yeah, I mean, you can do whatever you want with it. Yeah, I mean, you can go, you own it, so you can play around with it. Go back to it works in replay, so for sure, absolutely sure, you can do whatever you want. Then you're not using my discount code, view. I just showed everybody. Is everybody did everybody see this? Is everybody still getting the $37? I literally just logged in and I showed it to you. Yes. Right. Yeah, I just showed this to you. So go out there, make sure you use the BK save code. Okay. And you should be able to get it. Okay. Anybody else having a problem getting $37? Confirm to me that you guys are getting $37. Just give me a thumbs up. Ooh, nice little trade. So today, what I want to do, because we're doing marathon mini marathon today, I want to trade both gold and NASDAQ, right? And I'm going to trade it. So I opened up a couple of new accounts last night. Here's all the eval accounts that I'm running. I'm running this one. I'm running this one. This one is kind of close. It's 51.8, kind of getting there. And I brand new ones. Oh shit. Oh fuck. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, never mind. I mean, I'm glad I made money on this one, but that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so let me tell you what I want to do today. Actually, you know what? Let's move this over here. This way it will not be in my way. And we're going to do this. Okay, fine. What I want to do today is I want to make very little money. And I'll tell you why. I'm going to be trading micros. I'm going to be trading 1 micro at a time for 5.15 in NASDAQ, 1.3 in gold. The object of the game today is going to be try to make $100 in one of these accounts before the end of the marathon. Now, that's going to sound laughably small to some of you. I just made $100 literally in 1 second. But the point of the exercise is going to be that with the new dot structure on the 1 minute chart and ultra small sizes, we're going to be able to repair any missing trades. And we're going to essentially give ourselves like a 95 probability confidence of having a positive outcome. And even though $100 seems like a tiny, minuscule amount, that is what you need to do on your funded account to be able to stay alive. 99% of every single trader that loses their funded account loses it because they're trading too large, because they're too impatient to get paid out. At $100 a day, it's going to take you 30 days to get paid out. But you will have a 90% confidence that you will get paid. Versus when you're trading large, you'll probably have like a 10% confidence that you're going to get paid because you have to get lucky. So my point is, in today mini marathon, we're just going to play ultra small. The game plan is I wanted to get to 100. Unfortunately, I hit the wrong. I'm already almost at 100 on this one account. So whatever. Maybe we'll take it to 200. We'll see if we can take it to 200 before the end of the day. It's not the ultimate target. Isn't the issue. The question is, can we trade small? Can we trade consistently? Can we put a little bit of money on the docket every single day? Because that's the way we're all going to get paid on the payouts and stay well within all of the risk parameters that any prop firm does, but certainly within the Apex one. So the other cool thing is it's going to allow us to take as many trades as we want. For example, this is a classic buy setup for us. Green candle, green dot, positive slope, right? If this thing holds, we're going to go long on MNQ. We're going to go long on MNQ here and let it go. So the last thing that I'm going to show you is because a lot of people have really, what's the brown cloudish area? I will explain that. I'll explain everything on the thing. Last thing I wanted to show you from just a pure logistical point of view today is how do you trade directly from TradingView? People have asked me, how do you trade directly from TradingView? First of all, let's make sure that you know how to connect TradeAvate to TradingView, because we're going to. Hang on a second. Let me just buy this. All right. I'm long this. Well, let's just play the trade. Play this trade because this is a classic buy trade. It's not the first one in the cycle, so it's not showing us as a label. It's obviously the higher you go, the less probability that this thing extends. But we're going to play this because again, we get to play this on small basis. That means we get to take many more trades. We get to resolve many more trades, and that's the advantage of all that. Hang on, guys. The wife is calling. I got to talk to her. Yeah, baby. I'm in the middle of webinar. What's up? Oh, sorry. Okay, guys, hang on a second. This is very important. I got to deal with her. Okay, there is a HDMI cord, okay, that plugs into your computer. You just need to plug that in. Yes. Take it out of the Apple, plug it into your computer into that socket. All right. That's it? All right. Beautiful. All right. Goodbye. Love you. Bye. See, not only do I trade with you guys, but I offer technical support to my family. All right. The wifey is all set. Okay. So I totally lost my train of thought. I was saying that because we get to trade small, we get to have lots and lots of sample trades. And that's obviously going to give you guys a lot of practice trades. If you want to follow me today, follow me on micros, or if you really want to be cowboy, follow me on larger sizes. But my game plan today is going to be take the micros, and then if I'm not successful, look for the next setup and try to get larger. And because I have really not infinite, but I can basically go 1, 3 micros, 2 minis, and resolve. Give myself 3 chances to resolve every single trade, which I think I'll be able to do as things progress. Okay. Everything is in pips. Excuse me. Everything is in ticks. We're in futures. We're in futures land. We never talk about pips in futures. We always talk about ticks. So it's in gold. It's going to be 10 ticks, 30 ticks on the stop target. On NASDAQ, it'll be 20 ticks, 60 ticks. Here's what I wanted to show you. First and foremost, how do you connect TradeAvate to TradingView, right? Let me show you that first and foremost. Let's go to TradeAvate. Let's log into TradeAvate. Now, I'm going to go to my zoomer. If you look over here, it's really obscure. Over here, you see that incredibly ugly little dashes kind of a thing over here, right? What you want to do is click on here, and you want to go into add-ons, and you want to enable TradingView. It's already enabled in mine. You just simply need to click active. It's totally free, but you would click the active button. Once you do that, you're then going to be able to use your login, your Apex login and your password. Hit connect, and boom! Now you're connected to TradingView through TradeAvate. What that allows you to do is not only trade directly from TradeAvate into TradingView, but it allows you to actually trade TradingView directly. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So the way you trade TradingView directly from TradingView, when I hit this button, I'm going to get a stop and a target on this whole thing. is you go into this mode over here. You go into this trade mode, right? I'm actually, you know what? I'm going to delete everything. I'm going to delete all my presets so that you guys can start from scratch. Yes. I'm going to delete all these presets so that you guys can see how I set it all up. I have all these presets, which I actually don't need anymore. Because people were asking me, how do I get these bracket orders to pop up right away? Which is obviously very, very important if you want to be able to trade properly. All right, so I blew out all my presets. I'm totally, totally clean. I have no presets. So what I'm going to do is put your cursor on marker. You say take profit, and it's going to be in ticks. And I'm going to be, say, 20 ticks, and stop loss will be 60 ticks, right? 60 ticks. And I'm going to press over here where it says order presets. I'm just going to press over here, and it's going to say save order preset. And this order preset, it's a market order. Take profit is 20, stop loss is 60, and we're going to just simply say 20 by 60. That's how I just make it very, very easy. Save, right? Now, exact same thing, because now we're going to create a preset for gold. We're going to say 1030, right? Oops, sorry. 1030. And then we're going to say save order preset, and it's going to do the same thing. 10 by 30, right? Save. Okay. All right. We got stopped out on this particular trade. And now we have a potential sell setup in the other way. So here's the cool thing about having small sizes. We can just go 3 large, which will wipe out the loss if it works. And if it doesn't work, we'll have to get a little bit larger. But we're going to wait. We're going to wait until we get a signal, which we don't get a signal. So the next clear signal we get, we're going to try and go the other way and see if we can repair this trade. Okay, so no signal here. Let's take a look let's just see what's trading in gold, if gold has a setup. Gold actually has a setup coming up here. So one of the things we can do is we can just simply trade in our other account. We'll go to the 86 account and trade gold here on a 1-3 basis. And wait to see if this setup works. Gold has been under a huge amount of pressure every morning, all morning long. It's been a really good sell trade, for early morning, but now it looks like it's bottoming out. So hopefully this buy signal will be a good signal for us to work on. And so we're going to go over here. We're going to set it to 1030. You see that we set it to 1030? It says 1030. That means that if I hit a buy, it's going to give me a 10 target, 30 stop. I'm waiting until right here. And I'm in the trade. And I'm going to drag my sell down to my target, which is what? Sell was 38.6. So 39.6. At 39.6 is where I want to be. It closed at 38.6. And I want to be at 39.6. I want to be at +1 over here. Well, let's see if we can push it a little higher here. No, I think you're right. I just haven't had a chance to update my banner. It is $40 lifetime. It's not 10, but it's good enough. And I mean, it is a really, really good sale. I just haven't had a chance to update the banner before I went live with you guys today. But it is $40. But when you get there, you can see what the deal is. My view is, like, first of all, you got to pass the account before you get to the PA. So worry about the 10 versus 40 once you pass the account. Today is the last day for all of that. Now you see that it was nice and clean. 38.7, actually 39.6, should be 39. I guess 7. I should have. I didn't realize, by the way. Because we can't. That's right. I had slippage, so I always want to go off the close of the candle, not off the entry here. But this was a nice clean buy. in gold. Let's switch around to NASDAQ and see what it wants to do for us there. I should have taken this NAS. We had a NAS trade. It's fine. We'll wait for the next possible trade in NASDAQ. Actually, no, sorry, it wasn't a trade here. There was no way that was a trade. There was a white dot against a red. No, nothing is set up here. So if NASDAQ sets up, we can try to trade NASDAQ here, a little bit larger size, and see if we can repair the prior trade. So everybody first of all, everybody clear on the basics of how you set up TradeOvate's trading view, blah, 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 how you set up the buys and the sells. This makes it much easier for people who, I like to trade from TradeOvate because TradeOvate is ultra fast and I love the buttons here and everything else, but it's kind of insane. And if you're not, sort of used to fast futures moves like that, it's much easier to kind of trade off the charts because it hides all of the insanity for you, and you just basically see the chart itself. This almost gave us a B plus setup, which who was it? Christopher said that's all he trades. It's a pretty good setup. The thing about the B plus setup, I got to tell you that really works well sometimes is. And it's a cheat. I'll be the first one to admit that's kind of a cheat code. But a lot of times, the candle will flash a B plus setup like mid candle, and then it disappears because basically it races back up. Like in other words, if you bought this over here, it was 97. It went up to like 500. Well, it didn't quite go up to +5, but when market opens up, a lot of times it will flash like a retrace setup. And it's mid candle, like let's say 30 seconds left, and it's actually a pretty good thing to buy it because it will disappear, and the very fact that it disappears means you're already in profit. It means that it's already raced up to resolve that trade. So it's kind of a cheat code, but you can try it with a high degree of confidence because usually when the first time it kind of flashes the retrace, it teases it. It basically comes down to the moving average and then pops right back up. So especially when you're trading small, this is the other great thing about trading small. The smaller you trade, the more risk the more experimentation and risk you can take. That does two things. It allows you to see the potential for new setups. It also obviously allows you not to freak out when things go wrong because they're going wrong for a very, very small amount. You're not going to be hurt badly. So today, the mini marathon, it's a mini marathon and a mini trade. Everything is going to be super mini. We're gonna trade everything small, which is very much on brand for me because I drive a mini, and I absolutely love it. I like little things. I have small dogs, small cars, but big houses, which I absolutely fucking hate. Yeah, micro marathon. That's it. That's the micro marathon. That's the right way of looking at it. So we're walking the band here. Interesting. Why didn't this is interesting. Why is this not a B setup? Why would this not? Oh, because it's not a purple? Oh, because it's a lower red. Oh, that's why. This actually would have been, this is, okay, so the way the algo is coded is it will only show a B if it's a purple dot, not a red dot. But if you because it's very rare that you're going to get a red dot against a positive green slope. But if you think about it, this is as much of a retrace setup as a purple dot. You're basically buying the dip here. Anyways, it wasn't set up. We didn't take it. You have a small house and Mustangs? Mustangs as in like horses or Mustang as in a car? You guys want to see my mini? Let me see if I can find my mini. Mini orange. No, not mini oranges. Mini car color orange. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, there it is. No, wait. Is this it? This is it. Yeah. You guys want to see my car? This is my car. I love it. Oops. What happened? What happened? Get out. Get out. Get out. I don't want any ads. That's my little car. The greatest car ever. Navigates New York City traffic like a demon. Okay, we got a short signal in NAS. Let's see if we can do it. 51 seconds left. What time is it? It's 8:30. Do we have any news, by the way, today? I don't even know. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Trading economics. Today actually was a really, really quiet day, right? What do we have? We have nothing. We have what's known as nothing, man. So no news. 24 seconds left. So here's the thing that I don't love. What I don't love is when I get this really, really strong sell signal into the 200 SMA, right? And I'm gonna, even if this works, I'm gonna pass up on this trade only because the 200 SMA very often acts as a bounce back support, right? And yeah, sometimes it breaks it. Like it's 80. Like if we came in at 85, would it make 80? It does. Rarely. It kind of rarely does. It does a lot of bounce back supports. So I'm going to let it be. I don't need to take every single setup that shows up here. If this works, great. If it doesn't, then you know why. Because this whole area is just coming straight down into the big. I don't like to sell into the 200 SMA. I don't like to buy into the 200 SMA because that a lot of times it acts as a natural bounce back support. Sometimes it will just slice right through it, which is great. If it slices straight through it, that means there's definitely more potential down there. But these are the kind of zones where I stay cautious and I don't really pull it the stuff. Yeah, VWAP is also very good. I mean, you could use the VWAP if you want to. But really, what is it basically showing you? It's just basically showing you the longer term price, average prices is where the majority of the people are going to just try to make bid and try to hold the price action, at least for the small near term as it goes. Let's take a look at what gold is doing. Gold is doing nothing. Gold is kind of, we made our trade here. Gold, I got to tell you, gold is a tough trade to do. Who's it? Christopher? Christopher, is it you who does the B plus trades? I find if you 38. No, actually, I'm wrong. If you bought the 38s, this bounced back to 39s. I mean, the problem with gold is you got to be just very, very swift because that $1 move can be very, very fast. So you got to be really, really quick. Most of the B pluses actually do work here. Most of this one works. This one works. This one works. Here's what I do, by the way, if you guys want to kind of what I segregate is I just put two indicators on the chart, right? One of the indicators is set up for a B plus, and the other indicator is set up for a setup, right? So, and then I can just simply mute one against the other to see, is there B plus setups? Is there A setups? I can just watch them. I'll watch them one at a time like that, or I can watch them both. It just makes it very, very fast if you just mute one of the setups, one way or the other as a structure. SSX, can you have my trade manager EAs? Is that for MetaTrader 5, MetaTrader 4? Is that what you're asking for? Those are available for anybody who upgrades to lifetime. So if you upgrade to lifetime, just email me. You should get a link directly to them. But I'm happy to give them to you. All right, where we at? Yeah, the MT5, MT4, they're both available. All right, here's gold showing me a sell signal. Let's go to, let me make sure I'm in the 86 account. Let's go, this will be my gold account. Let's trade that a little bit. And we're at 10:30. 31 seconds left on the clock. Let's see if the trade if the trade signal completes, and then we can try and trade the signal. 22 seconds left. Going to stay pretty patient on the signal here. Anybody else drive minis? I'm just curious. Does anybody drive a mini? 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, sell. All right, I'm short this thing. Close is 34.3. Buy is 33.3. Right? No. Close is fuck. It's going up against me. 35. No, close is 30. No, in this one, 34.3. That's correct. Close is 34.3, so I'm at 33.3. Retrace is, very much against me. Excuse me. Gold is, as I said, really a tough fucking trade to do. But here's the beauty. It wants to screw with us. I'm at small size. I'm happy to just stay patient and repair this thing on a proper signal. So if this thing doesn't work, I'll wait patiently for the next setup and try to repair it. As I said, I really feel that scalping is a one instrument, one focus activity. I'm only doing 2 instruments just because a lot of people like trading gold, and I want to give you, lots of different ideas. But no way in shape or form would I ever in real life, whether on my own real account or on any of my prop accounts or any of my prop funded accounts, ever trade 2 instruments at the same time. Stupidest fucking thing to do ever. And in my opinion, it's I don't know. Kathy can do it because she can multitask all day long. If you're like me, a serially oriented person, one task at a time person, this is the worst thing you can possibly do for yourself. So I highly disabuse you of this notion. But today, we're trading small. We don't give a shit. We want to see lots and lots of signals. I want everybody to practice the strokes. I want you to start hitting forehands. I want you to start hitting backhands. I want you to start hitting your serves. And all of that requires lots of practice. So we'll take a few misses in order to practice more. My mini was this orange. It was orange colored. It's burnt orange. My wife's selection, which actually, honestly, I love it because you can see it in the parking lot 1,000 miles away. So gold completely reverses on this fucking thing. We're basically in total chop city right now in gold, right? 1, 2, 3. Boom. So we're stopped on gold. We'll come back to that in a little bit. Let's see what NASDAQ wants to do. NASDAQ is doing nothing either. NASDAQ is kind of quiet, but maybe setting up. NASDAQ is kind of setting up for us here. This is a pretty clean A setup. I don't know why it's not giving me an A setup. The slope is there. We're going to go over here to the 85 account. No, 85, and try and trade the NASDAQ. We still haven't repaired the NASDAQ. So I'm going to see if I can try to repair this trade on this particular trade of NASDAQ. Oh, I know why it's not giving it to me. It's not giving me any kind of signal because the algo is programmed to not give me a signal when the difference between the moving averages doesn't have this little gold coloring. It's when it's not wide enough. But I'm perfectly happy to take it here from here. Hang on, let me get to 2060. 5 seconds. Boom. Big breakout here. All right, let's see if this is going to run for us. Hopefully it will run for us. And it's done. Boom, boom, boom. And just like that, by the way, we repaired the whole trade, right? So a couple of things to understand. The algo is programmed to give you labels only in sort of like the optimal cases. And the optimal case is you need to have volatility. Volatility, as we define it, is that there must be there must be separation of moving averages, because as moving averages get separated, that by its very definition means that there's price. You see, price movement creates moving average separation, and as you get the moving average separation, hang on a second, guys. You know what? Hang on just 1 second. Let me just do this. I'm gonna kill my Discord so you guys are not seeing all the pop-ups, distracting pop-ups. So movement creates, separation of moving averages creates enough volatility for trades to actually extend, right? Volatility creates movement. Movement means further extension, so we make the bet. So why, the way the algo is, you see that the moving average is compressed as price action compressed, and therefore it doesn't give you a signal. I take this as a kind of a proprietary, discretionary signal, because I see that there was lots of volatility prior to that. This was just simply a compression. Whereas something like this, where there's no volatility, I'm not gonna take any signals over here, because obviously this is all bullshit, compression, right? So you kind of have to, if you want to, add a little bit of discretion to your selection trades. But the bottom line is the trade selection is very, very, no shade, no trade. Correct. No shade, no trade is the rule, right? But every rule is meant to be broken depending on how you're reading the shade. To me, there was plenty of shade here just 5 minutes ago, meaning that there was clearly enough to pop the trade up. And so, I'm perfectly happy trading it this way. And there we go. I'm actually, my loss progression was 1, 3, or 1 mini, right? Kind of like that's my loss progression. That's what I want to trade. I generally listen. The idea is don't be a dip fuck and try to go to third stage. Your job is to choose the second trade. The second trade, which is the repair trade, needs to be an intelligent trade. Now, of course, it can go wrong. I had a very strong confidence this was going to work, because the other thing that I love, by the way, and this is a setup that I love, we compress to the moving average and then we expand, right? If we get the buy signal from this compression, that's a very, very strong signal to expand. I love that. So I thought there was, definitely a reasonable chance here for this thing to go. Here we go. I missed the A signal over here, which is fine. So the other thing is, because we're trading small and because we could give a flying F about any given trade, we also don't chase, right? We don't chase. Like, I had a chance to repair gold over here, right, at 39.9, but I missed the trade. So now I don't care. I'll come back to it when and if it gives me another signal. The game plan here is not to run for every trade. The game plan here is, because you have lots of, you basically have an opportunity every 5 minutes that we're going to be here for 3 hours. I don't give a fuck that I missed this trade. I will find another one in gold, repair that one, and move on. In the meantime, NAS is kind of quiet. NAS goes back into shade. So we're now back in trade territory, and we're good to go. Yes, sorry. Once I did it, you're absolutely right. And the thing this is a very, very common mistake I make, is you forget to reset it back to 1, and then you're trading at 3, and then you're like, oh my God, I'm too large. And then, you make a lot of stupid mistakes. Another good reason to trade it small, because when you make stupid mistakes, you're still making it on small size. So, all of that really, really helps. But you're right. I go back down. I go back down, Christopher. So now I'm back down to 1s. And actually on golds, I got to go up to 3s, because I'm looking for a repair trade on golds. Oops, 3s. What's gold doing with itself? Gold is doing nothing. Why am I still popping up on my on Discord? So gold has just been trading 35.39, right? So very, very tight range, really not showing a lot of expansion. We're positive bid, so this is a contra trend trade. But I have like 5 points to the SMA. We'll see. If this was going to end up on the sell side, I could take it possibly. I really don't love gold. Is just in a really shitty churn right now. I think I'm going to wait on gold. Let's wait on gold until it really breaks out. Let it break down to the downside or break up above the 240 before we engage with gold again. It's really doing bullshit all, or as we say in New York, it's doing dick all. And I have no interest in, we'll wait. And if it's going to be an hour before it makes up its mind, then let it make up its mind. NAS is much more interesting. At least NAS is also really range bound here, but at least the range is like a 30-point range where 5 points can be extracted out of it with relatively little possibility. So sell setup, we have shade, purple candle. Yes, I'm trading with, yes, you haven't been with us like for a couple of weeks. We're trading the 1 minute. I'll go through I'll actually go through the setup with you guys maybe in like 5-10 minutes. As more people get into the room, I'm gonna educate you guys on the A minus, B plus setups. Tony, I swear to God, I think. Oh shit! Fuck. Sorry, I'm talking. All right, let me sell this. This is not a great sell. I should have sold earlier. I'm gonna move my buy over here. Let's see if I can just make it over here. Come on. Hit me. Fuck. Okay, it was a badass, really not badass. It was shit ass execution because I was talking. I should have hit the button here. So if I came in late, then I gotta put my take profit on a very, very short leash to get it done, and it's fine. We got it done, quick trade, blah blah blah. Anyways, I know that we're like in the school mode where A is good and A minus is a little bit not as good and B plus is better. But I don't know. First of all, I don't know if that's Christopher will tell you that the B plus setup is his A setup. He does this all the time. I don't know if like attaching letters to this thing is actually any value. I think it may even be prejudicial to us. And also, I really like the idea of like it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. So I think maybe what we do is we change the naming of the setups from A would be 1, A minus would be 2, B plus would be 3. This way, it has neutral tonality. It's not like it's going to have any invested moral value to it because there's no moral value attached to it. It'll just be numbers, but also it'll just be easier. What do you guys think? Let's do a poll. Should we rename them by numbers or keep them as letters? Here's the question. And I just want you to setups. This is I'm too lazy. Numbers, which is I'm going to put this in parentheses. 1, 2, 3 letters. You guys hang on a second. I'm gonna release the poll in just 1 second, and you guys vote on the poll, please. Don't tell me in comments because I want to see what the numbers is. Tell me what you guys prefer. Everybody vote. 3 doesn't sound very good. It has a moral value itself. Numbers have moral values too. What quantity am I currently using for what? I'm trading one. I'm trading micros. I'm trading micros all day long today. Just, the idea is, can we get to $100? Oh, look at this. Everybody wants to trade letters. Okay. All right. We'll keep it at letters. We'll see how it goes. We'll keep this poll alive for half an hour. We'll see how it goes. What time is it? It's 5:09. Okay, it's relatively quiet. Let's see what the gold is still dicking around. Nothing going on here. As I said, let's not do anything with gold until it gets up to like 42s or drops below the 32s. Like this whole bullshit, let me just churn you to death over here zone. We will leave that be. Okay, we're just gonna leave that be. Okay, let me let's go through the rules. Okay. So again, back to my board. The A setup requires 3 things. First of all, obviously it requires shade, right? No shade, no trade. It requires green slope. That means the upward moving slope of the 8-period SMA is upward sloping, so it's green. It requires the current candle to have either a green or a white dot and the prior candle to be green. So it's all green, triple green, 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 green. You get triple green, you get the A set up to the upside. You get the triple red, same idea, but just to the short side. You have the red slope, the red candle, the red dot. You get a triple red, you short it. That's the A setup, okay? Everybody clear? Does everybody want to give me a yes that you're clear? Are there new people in the room here? Who's new in the room, by the way? Anybody new? Come say hi to me. Just say I'm new. Come on. Don't be a wallflower. Don't be a little pussy. Say hello to me. Okay, more. Okay, everybody is clear. Everybody's clear. Who's new in the room? Come on, newbies. Hey, view B6K newbie. Okay, so newbie, are you understanding the A setup? Kafra, are you understanding the A setup? Because this is for you guys. Sagar, where are you guys from? Where's everybody coming to me from today? The third candle? No. It's a 2-candle structure, Nico. It makes it very clear? Okay. France. Oh, bienvenue. And Dubai. Was just there in October. Loved it as always. Holy cow. I don't know how you guys live there anymore. I was coming to Dubai from like 2007. No, 2006. And like the traffic is insane. Like what the fuck? Sheikh Zayed Road is basically a parking lot all day long. It's just gotten so crazy. Took me like 45 minutes just to get to the Dubai Mall from literally downtown. It's crazy. Miami is the same way. I mean, I feel like the places in the world where everybody wants to live are just getting uninhabitable at this point because they're just so busy. So crazy there. View, you're from Florida. Where are you in Florida? Okay, so this is the A setup. Okay, guys? Now let's take a look at the A minus setup. The A minus setup is sort of very, very similar concept. Again, you want to see green, 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 but in this case, we're willing to buy the white dot. The white dot is the early turn to up. The purple dot is the early turn to down. The white dot is the early pivot to the upside. The purple dot is the early pivot to the downside. So we're willing to buy the white dot all across the spectrum on the same conditions. Same conditions, right? Boom. Greens, 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 prior greens, prior greens. We're buying them, buying them, buying them. Those are A- setups. And of course, the exact opposite. We're willing to sell the purple dots against the red background. Red background, red prior, purple dot. We're willing to sell that. That's an A- setup. Okay. Now let's go back and see what's setting up on the charts here, just to see. Oh, look at this. Finally, we broke out. Okay. So gold, finally looking good. All right. You know what I'm going to do? Probably gonna pay for this, but this is a strong breakout signal. Green slope. Everything is green. The white candle is a super green. It's a supernova green candle, right? If this stays as a green dot, which it doesn't, so like this, my whole excitement just went away. I should have been in this one. I should have been in this trade. 41. This would have been a good trade. Let's see if this holds. If this holds, I'm going to go long. But if it doesn't, it doesn't. Then I just have to stay here. No, it doesn't hold. Okay, never mind. All right, I just keep missing trades in gold because I'm not watching the setup. But the next green dot signal, the next breakout signal, we're going to go long. It's exact opposite of like every natural fiber in your body, because you think, oh, it's breaking out, it's topping out. No, it's actually going to extend. But we need to see that. Need to see that happening. Tampa, Florida. Tampa is getting like Miami. Yeah, holy shit. I was just in Tampa 3 months ago. I never saw so many cranes in my life. It's just endless, man. The West Coast is just insane too. Sarasota, everywhere. But nothing is as crazy as the I-95 corridor between Miami and Boca. Because Kay and I were there I have my son lives in Boca, so I'm there all the time. But like we were there for a seminar at the Boca Marriott, and 2:00 in the afternoon, the 95 was a parking lot. I'm like, this is insane. All the really cool places is white candle is it's like a supernova. It's what's called a pull away candle. It's pulling away from the moving average. It's a super, super strong candle, right? It's a breakout candle. So if you think about it, the purple candle is a super red candle. The white candle is a super green candle. It's like a supernova. That's what it's signaling to you. So we have a white candle here. It's pulling away. Let's see if it pulls. I'm going to go long this thing. If it on the close of the candle. Let's see if it works for me. 3, 2, 1, boom. I'm long here. Long here on the close. Close is 42.9, so I need to do 43.9. Oh shit! I know what I was like. Why do I have my things? So 42.9. It's 39.9. You know why? Because I had a 2060 on the thing. Now, the cool thing about TradingView is even if you had the wrong stops and targets, you can adjust them very, very fast. So I just basically adjusted it from a 2060 to a 1030 right now, and let's see if it plays out. So the close on the candle here was 42.9. Plus 10 to that is 43.9, right, which is over here, and minus 30 to that is 39.9. So that's my stop, that's my target, that's my bracket, and I'm just watching the trade. Let's see if it does its thing. And it went to 43.8, as gold always does. Gold goes one tick to my target and then just, oh, there it is. It finally gets me done. So the gold gets repaired, right? And gold gets repaired on a clean setup. Like we had enormous amount of confidence that there was going to be some extension here because we had a white supernova trade. All right, let's go back to NASDAQ. Let's see if anything is happening in NASDAQ. All right, we missed the NASDAQ trades. That's fine. We'll come back to them. Let's just do one more time, one more review of the last setup. So the last setup, and this is one that Christopher loves to do, hang on, is the B plus setup. And this is basically, it's a retrace setup, right? So we are retracing, and we're retracing the following thing. In an uptrend, we have a sell-off marked by a purple dot. This sell-off never ever breaks the moving average, so the candle stays green. And as long as that happens, sell-off, candle stays green, we're buyers on the green. And boom, 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 it trades to the upside. Now, the sell version of this is when we're down, slope is negative, right? And price rallies. Price rallies from the depth of its, depth of depravity over here to the downside. But again, never ever able to break the SMA, stop short of it. So we're short here. It stretches us out a little bit, and then it eventually collapses. Boom, we make the short. So those are the retrace trades. And Christopher only trades the retrace trades. Boom, boom, boom. We're breaking out a little bit in NAS to the upside. Yeah, at least you're not freezing. That's true. I'm freezing 10 ways to Sunday today, because the heating in my whole house broke. Like, it's a fucking nightmare. It's we just put in a brand new water heater, and everything has to be replaced because the company that actually provided the heating is out of business, because apparently they killed 100 people with their what is it like? What is that? Oh my God, I'm losing my mind. What is the gas that is released and you die in your sleep because everybody has the detectors, whatever. They release that fucking gas. I forgot. It's the same thing. CO2, right? CO2, whatever. Carbon monoxide. Thank you. Carbon monoxide. So apparently they killed like 100 people with their carbon monoxide release of shit. Company went out of business. They went bankrupt. And like the repair guys don't have any used parts. So I'm like, great. And so, it's going to cost me a small car to go fix this tomorrow. But in the meantime, I have to stay in the house because the only source of heat in the house is the fake fireplaces we have, which are gas driven. That actually works fine. And so I'm like running these fireplaces. And if I run them too hot, I get the fire alarms going, fire, fire, fire. So I have to turn off the fire alarms. So basically, I'm just really, one step away from violating every single insurance policy in my house right now, waiting for these guys to come in here and fix it tomorrow. And speaking of cold, it's a nice chilly, like 59 degrees in my studio right now. So I am very, very wired up, guys. But yeah. The joy of house ownership is truly missed on me, but the wife loves it, so we do it. Happy wife, happy life, right? When I was graduating college, my dad gave me this advice, which he himself doesn't remember, but like I literally took it to heart. He said to me, I graduated college. He said, "Son, best advice I can give you is from underwear on, rent everything out. From underwear on, rent everything out." And for first like 55 years of my life, no, maybe even like 57 years of my life, I followed that advice to the T, never owning a goddamn thing. And fortunately, I've succumbed to the American homeownership dream, which I consider to be a freaking nightmare, but it's fun. Ooh, shoot. I'm sorry, guys. I'm talking, and we had a great setup. I'm sorry. I missed the setup. But this was a nice, clean setup right here. Boom, boom, boom. That would have been a nice, clean setup. Sorry. We'll wait for the next one. But that was very, very clean. We had a nice shade, nice entry. Would have been a really good trade. Yeah, it's like you have to be your own general contractor. You know, you need a guy for the lawn, you need a guy for a handyman, you need a guy for the roof, you need a guy for the snow, you need a guy for lawn sprinklers, you need a guy for for the pool, you need a guy for you need a cleaning lady. I mean, like I'm managing a staff of fucking 10,000 people, all of whom I love, but you know, it's the last thing I need to do here. Christopher, you in the room? I'm just curious, you know, if you're trading any of the B plus setups, if you're trading the retraces. So, by the way, much to my dismay, all of you guys are voting letters versus numbers. I guess you want the moral value. Keep voting. I'm going to give another 5 more minutes. The poll question today. We'll do more poll questions, but the poll question today is: should I keep the labels as letters or should I number them 1, 2, 3? And people seem to have a natural. Two out of 3 people seem to have a natural reversion to numbers. They want it to be called letters. So I will bow to the crowd's opinion since I'm here to serve you. I think market is actually up $1.25, 0.5%. You know, I remember I told you yesterday I thought the market was going to be up, and it really was, and it was a pretty strong day. Barring, you know, any bullshit, I think we drift higher. There's a very natural seasonal tendency for the market to get, you know, to go stronger into December. And actually, you know, data has been pretty good. I mean, you know, I know Kay's been super bearish. I don't know why the fuck she's convinced that everybody's getting fired and losing their jobs. Maybe because a couple of her friends I think she's just really being biased, because when you look at the spend, and yes, you know, companies have stopped hiring, but what people don't understand is that a huge amount of people no longer work for companies. A huge amount of people are using the new technologies to basically work for themselves, and they're generating very, very significant incomes. All of which, by the way, also gets circulated in the economy, because when you're working for yourself, you're naturally going to spend a huge amount of money on contractors, on, you know, other people who are sub specialties or whatever it is that you need to do. And that creates a much greater velocity in the economy than working for IBM. So I actually think the economy is nowhere near as bad as, in fact, the data is proving me right. The economy is much better than people think it is. It's just a different kind of economy. You have to think about it like that. Nico says, in Germany, 3 is equal to C. Nico, I've long ago stopped trying to understand the logic of the Germans. There's this really, really funny TikTok where it's like, so they take English, the word hotel, French, hotel, Italian, I think it's hotel, is Spanish hotel, and it gets to German, and it's literally a word of about 25 consonants strung together with a couple of, you know, vowels inside of it nobody can fucking pronounce. And that's just, you know, emblematic of what Germany is like. It's hilarious. All right, we got to set up here to the short side off of the big run. It's not a bad trade. Let's see, we'll give it a shot. It's counter trend, so I don't love the counter trend, but if it holds, we'll give it a shot, because basically they're kind of running it from 500 to 520 and taking it back. It's just, you know, it is churning in a bigger wave, but the wave here, the wave function in NASDAQ today is big enough where we can try to extract the 5 points out of it. Here we go. The short here, and the close is just went. What's my close? 775. So 275. Would have made it. It was very, very close. It kind of dropped like right then and there. One of the things. So here's the thing that I kind of want to do. I'm going to do this with you guys on NASDAQ. Because you have natural slippage, and because these things kind of fall sometimes very, very fast, right? What I'm going to do is we're going to do this. I'm going to do this with you right now. I meant to do this like kind of yesterday and I forgot to do it. Well, we're going to do this where we're going to take the take profit is going to be actually 16. We're going to keep it at 20, but if it hits us at 16, we're fine with it. We're going to get it done. What that does is when you press the button, if it automatically puts you on a plus 16 ticks bid, and if it just drops like a stone, you just the trade gets cleared, and you're all set. So I'm going to make this save order 16 by 60, just to give myself. And we're going to try that on like the next couple of trades, just to give ourselves the. Anticipating the slippage, because we have slippage when we're entering. Sometimes it drops so fast you can't adjust your stops and targets super fast, and this is just a way to beat the game a little bit, or at least give us a little bit of an edge without having to worry about it. Yes, this is the classic New York Cup. Yes, we used to have the Greek diner cups that everybody used to love in New York. But I'm such a New Yorker that like it's really, really funny. Like one of my classmates from high school, I'm like, I showed my daily coffee drinking on Facebook, and they're like, "Why are you drinking out of a paper cup?" And I'm like, "Because I can't stand coffee any other way." And they were like, "You're such a New Yorker. Like if it's out of a cup, it's too good for me." All right, this kind of, this just dipped, but did not hit our target. So now we're gonna sit here and churn, and we'll see if the trade goes. We are in a very quiet environment. And in a quiet environment, you have to just both be patient and selective, which is a little bit annoying. But this is another good thing about trading small, that even if it doesn't work, you're fine. You could you could just wait it out for the next possible trade. What I'm going to do, let's just take a look at what gold is doing. I'll look at gold. Gold really, remember I said to you, gold really broke out? Holy shit. We could have traded gold here. We could have traded gold here. Again, this is the point about like you focus on one instrument, right? Now it looks like we got done on NASDAQ. NASDAQ got done. So that trade got done. We stayed patiently with it. But next time we can just go 1660 and it would have been done faster. Anyways, that got done. So our patience paid off. Gold, unfortunately, we missed a whole bunch of trades. But that's what I'm saying to you. Like, there's never a shortage of trades, right? There's never a shortage of trades. And by the way, don't let me forget, right? I always forget. You got to reset the volume to to its settings. Gold cleared 254. I mean, this is a great trade. And those of you guys, by the way, who are like, why aren't you trading this full big trend? The answer is this: you could if you have the personality for it. Like if you could. There are guys in my room who will enter on the first A signal. Put a stop like maybe underneath all the swing lows, exit half at like +3, and just simply milk this trade for 10 points. If you have that personality, if you are able to just be very, very patient, this is an excellent strategy for that. I just don't. So my point is I trade dots on a micro short level because that's kind of my personality. It also creates lots of trades for me guys to practice with you, so you guys can practice the setups. Once you get very, very comfortable with the setups, you can completely change the rules of how you trade. But you got to learn how to hit the strokes, right? Once you learn how to hit the strokes, you can then really, really refine your game. My game is all net. I like to end my points early, to use all sorts of tennis analogies here. Again, I can't believe this. This would have been such a nice trade here. So, all right, we're gonna leave gold B for the time being, because this nice big move here right before. We actually have, like, the rule of thumb now is I don't trade NASDAQ for the next 15 minutes, because now we're pre-market open, and this is where things usually just go haywire. So we're going to just hold the NASDAQ on pause and just watch trades. We can watch trades, we can comment on possible setups, but we're not going to take any setups until around 9:35 when the market opens up. Because first of all, once the market opens up, the volatility should hopefully expand a little bit. And then, secondly, we'll see some moves. In the meantime, gold very often has this big volatility move from 8:30 to 9, which I missed here. I only took one trade here, but we could have traded really this trade. We could have traded this trade. We could have traded this trade. There's just a lot of trades that we could have done here on gold on a continuity basis. I could put in a break even with that number and same number as offset. Sorry, can you translate that into actual? Give me an example, Jay. Just give me an example of, you entered here, you would have put the stop here, you would have done there, so that people understand. Understand what you're trying to say. Oh, I just Googled hotel in German. It says Das Hotel. But how come? Is there another word? Nico, is there like a really super long word for hotel in German? Because I saw this very, very funny TikTok, and I could have sworn that that's what they were using as an offset. It's hotel. Okay. Whatever. Then this fucking TikTok lied to me, and I was Unterkunft. Maybe that's what it was. Yeah, it was definitely some shit like that like no normal English speaking person would ever guess. Unterkunft. I actually I was in Vienna 2 summers ago. I loved it so much. I even started being able to kind of read German banners and advertising banners there. I'd love to learn it. I think it'd be really, really cool. So, by the way, look, remember I said to you, let's wait till we break out. Like, I just wanted to show you, everybody who's coming in late, that I'm not bullshitting you. I left this. Everybody in the room confirmed. I left these lines an hour ago, and I said we're not doing shit until we break those lines. And then we did break those lines, and then we did it, and it really worked. I mean, I just want to prove to you that reading price action over and over and over again, and understanding price action really helps you make better trades, right? You understand that when you're in fucking narrow churn, you should be doing nothing, right? This is really the school of hard knocks. And it's only when you start getting clean breakout moves that when you truly, truly get it. And had I just simply stayed with my concept and didn't get distracted with NASDAQ because we were running NASDAQ, this would have been a 4 to 5 profitable trade cycle, right? Boom, 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 boom. You would have just gotten it there. But all of it was set up on the supposition that you don't trade churn, you just trade this. So it's kind of my own little sample here of understanding price action, dots, how you trade, and stuff. Oh yeah, Fachfälle, that's what it was. This is what it was. what is RBB? What is RBB? Is that a bed and breakfast? Yes, that's what it was. That was like the word that literally like went to the end of the page. That's what it was. Was that fair? How do you pronounce this? Verein Wong. I could not even begin to pronounce this. Verein Wong Hung. Okay. Bed and breakfast. Huh. Verein Wong. My God, I can't pronounce this. This is worse than Chinese, man. Jesus. How did I decide 420 was a breakout piece? It didn't have to decide. The market showed it to you. Look. As I was showing you, look, let me show you. Remember, I had the charts, right? You just basically see the price action was basically, it wasn't 40, it was like around 41. It was compressed between 41 and 32. It was just in a massive range. And only when it broke out the range, only when the buyers came in, was it interesting to begin to trade. Like it's not like I'm have a divine view of the future. I'm looking at the past to kind of determine how I want to act in the future should things develop. Oh, we got a possible. Now this is a run that's run 20 points, right? So once we're on 20 points, it's not a bad idea to see if we can trade the short side now. So if we get an A signal in gold, let me just go let me make sure that I'm in the right account. I want to get over here. What's going on over here? I want to go to the 86. Okay. Oh, hey, am I wrong? Did I not? What the fuck is going on here? Oh, I just realized something. We took the repair trade in the 85 account. So the 85 account is kind of really rocking along. I forgot to take the 85 account and 86. Okay, you know what? We're going to trade the 86. Again, because I'm trading small. We're going to trade this. I just realized this. This is the problem with switching accounts. It's a problem of just basically trading two separate structures. You're always going to screw things up. But it's fine because I want everybody to see the setups. What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to focus on gold because I'm not trading NASDAQ for the next 10 minutes anyways. If gold gives me a buy signal or a sell signal, I'm going to use that for repair trade purposes because the actual repair trade that we made was in the other account, so that got all the credit. I want to see if I can balance this account now. Okay. Ein Wort. Verein Wansun. Ein Wort. Okay. Not bad. Jay, again, I'm a person that needs actual physical numbers. Give me a physical number example. You enter X, something happens, you do this in actual numbers. That's the only way people are going to understand what you're trying to say. Okay? Generalized concepts go by people's heads. People need concrete examples, always concrete examples. So give me a concrete example. I'd love to, and I'll post it happily for everybody to see. Because I think you have a good idea, but just you got to explain it as a concrete example. All right, gold continues to pop. So we're going to bite the bullet here. If this thing gives me an A setup, I'm going to try and get long this thing and see if we can run this on a resolve. Jesus Christ, it's really popping. Okay. And again, this is so difficult from most people, because you think, oh my God, it's, you're buying the top, but it's actually the right trade. It's the extension trade. $18 seconds, 19 seconds. If this holds on the white candle, we're going to go long this thing. Three, two, one, boom. All right, we're long, and we're done. And we result. You see how that? You see how, like, everything opposite your natural inclination is what you need to be doing. So this was a nice clean trade. And look, now I think I repaired my whole account. I'm back to 50, right? Back to 50. Nice, nice. Anybody take that trade with me? Anybody pop that trade? Yes, no? Nice, nice, nice. Nice. Oh, everybody took the trade. Good for you guys. Good for you guys. Super good. Evgeny says that he passed 100K CFD challenge. Only gold trades. You're a spinner, can't get dinner. Oh, you want the chicken. You want the chicken. Evgeny wants the chicken. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Hold on. Hold on. Evgeny gets the chicken. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Winner. You're the star. You're the spinner. Everybody give Evgeny a hand. Give him a clap. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Good job. All right, a couple of questions here regarding mechanics. Congrats, Evgeny. All right, everybody giving him hands. All right, so Jay, so you have like a 2060, then you're happy to get 50%. So you do break even with a 10 and offset of 10. So when it goes to plus 10, you put yourself to, you put the stop at break even. Is that the idea? It's very, very difficult to do that in the environment that we're trading because the moves are so fast. But is that what I'm trying? Is again, I'm still a little bit confused as to what you're doing. I'm coming in 2060, price goes my way, it gets up to plus 10 ticks. I move my stop to break even. Do you know what's going to happen in that situation, Jay? Can anybody guess what happens if you move your stop to break even when it goes to plus 10? Like 7 out of 8 times. Does anybody have an idea? Anybody want to guess? Want to put in some thoughts? If you do this, if you go to break even on that move. Stopped out. Correct. 8 out of 10 times you're going to get stopped out. The price is going to retrace to break even and take you out. Markets are very, very effective at making sure they take money away from you. It's super rare that you just have a rocket ship move straight up. Like this was a great move. Rocket ship move, boom. And at that point, and you notice that in this particular move, you wouldn't have been able to put the stop to break even because it just went straight to your target. Those ideas are really, really good Jay, for much longer trades. Like, you're in a trade for 3 hours and it goes 100 ticks or 200 ticks in your direction, and then you can leisurely move stuff around and stuff like that. And even in those cases, they do come back and retrace and allow to take you out. But at least you can walk to your target. You can stroll to your moves. When we're trading scalps, well, we're just we're scalping very, very quick, very high probability, high accurately setups. It's do or die. There's no nuance. It's just do or die. You're in, you're out. Boom, boom, boom. You get clipped, you get right back up. But bonjour. Comment ça va, crazy? Market is open. Yes, market open. We can take a look at MNQ. Market is starting to dump nicely, right? So let's go back to our 85 account. So remember, I said I wanted to be at plus 100. I'm at 119. So I guess we reached my target. You know what? Screw this. Let's trade the 86 account. Let's trade the 86 account here. Let's see if we can whatever we can run this account to. The goal was I said we're going to trade small, and the idea is to make $100. So let's see if we can do it in this one. We got about an hour more. Wow, man, time flew, guys. Holy shit. We've been doing this for an hour and a half. It feels like 5 minutes, right? That's been fun. It's a multiple bracket, not a single. So you take half out, the other goes to break even. Oh, so yeah. Is that what you're doing? Gloria, you can always add any of the labels you want. Like right over here, all the labels are there. I just have them suppressed on labels off. But if you want the Christmas tree label, you can just simply go both right here. And here's all the Christmas tree labels. They're all over here. You absolutely could have them on the charts. I'm just taking them off because it's just too distracting. But that's the beauty of the setup, is that they're all there. You're talking about the size? I'm sorry, I don't know. What do you mean by size? Label size button to the Christmas tree setting. It wasn't there. It's not. What's going on over here? Show labels, label offset, by color, label direction, label size small. Oh, yeah. You're right. Label size. Yeah. I'll add that. No problem. I'll add that in the in like the next edition. Sorry, the algo, when I must have rewritten the code, it must have repopped it. Okay, this is a buy for us, guys. Let's go 10, 20, 60 on this. Green candle, green dot, green slope at the beginning of our trade. Everything is compressed here, but I'm willing to trade it. Let's give it a shot. Boom. All right, I'm in here. Let's see if this does me. Don't do me dirty. Here, I'm just trying to expand it out. So, come on. There we go. Again, just, over, and I just, you're hitting the stroke, guys. Just hitting, the forehand down the line. It's the sweetest stroke in the world. Nothing complicated. Again, why did I trade this? We had a whole bunch of shade. This is a compression to the 200 SMA, bounce off the 200 SMA. Yes. Am I willing to trade? Am I willing to trade the pop? Of course, I'm willing to trade the pop. And now, of course, the pop is through session highs. We're at 935. Market wants to take it higher. Do we want to trade this next one? Yeah, we probably do. Do we? This. I think this. If this holds as a white candle, we want to trade this too. Boomer, that Gloria, that's what's known as a boomer request. Okay, whenever you want larger size, that means that's the boomer request. Just kidding you. I also need the larger size. All right, 10, 11 seconds. White pull away candle. Let's see if we want to trade continuity here. All right, I'm in the trade. Let's see if we can catch a little bit more here. Boom, 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 boom. Another clean setup. I like you guys. I like kind of showing you the trades on the charts because you can literally see pop in, out, in, out, in, out. Right. Look, the point isn't like that you guys follow me on every single trade. The point is that you actually see the evolution of the trades, and because these things happen so quickly and so fast, you really need to. I think it's better when I leave the. I know that the chart now becomes super busy looking, but I think it's much better if I show you the exits, because then you can literally see it pop up. Now, what's going on over here? You're like, what the fuck is this? What is this orange thing? You know what this is? This is telling us that this candle, if we're going to follow this candle, we got to trade this with a 40, a 120. We got to trade this with a 10-point target and a 30-point stop. 10-point target, 30-point stop. Because this is a massive volatility breakout candle and it requires much larger stuff. Now, I'm not trading it because I'm kind of narrating it, but assume if we came in on this close, it was 86 and it's now 96. It would have hit our target, right? At a 10:30, you have to make wider, bigger target, because that yellow tells you that this is a high volatility candle and it breaks up, right? So does everybody understand that? Everybody getting that? So that's what the gold candle is. And by the way, you can of course set it to whatever you want. The setting for this candle it's in the volatility settings over here. Wait, what the fuck is it? Where is it? Oh, here it is. Candle volatility threshold. It's 160. What is 160? Is that that's 40 points? It's 40 points. So this thing was 40 points large from high to low. Really, really large one. You probably could set it to 120 if you wanted. You know what? We'll leave it at 160. We don't really need it any other. I'd leave it at 160. That's the structure that I have in here. Okay, an easy way to understand what this candle means is if you just simply mark the low of this candle. Oops, sorry. Oh, God damn it. Get away. Okay, hang on. Sorry. Let me mark it for you. So what you see on this candle, right? You see this white label? It's 540, and the high was 597. So subtract 597 from 540, and you get 47 points. And there's a setting in the indicator that says if any candle is 40 points or larger, in the 1 minute candle is 40 points, like that's massive, right? Then you cannot trade it with a 515 because it is so large that just a small amount of retrace will take you out. You need to expand your stops and expand your targets. In this case, you got to double your target to 10 and expand your stop to 30. So at least you give yourself a fair fighting chance if you're going to follow into that trade, if you're going to follow into that move, right? That's what all of this means, right? Does that make sense? Everybody clear on that? Nadine, everybody else? Everybody clear on the on what this is doing? So that's what this candle does, right? Oh, by the way, so everybody who's new, who's listening, right? This is the absolute last day. I'm gonna put the link in here. Absolute last day to lock down these indicators for life. If you want to get this indicator for life and then get my coaching as well, this is the link. This is the link. I just put it up here. Go out there. It's going to die tonight. I don't even know when Kay's closing down the deal. Once it goes away, it's gone for the year. You're not going to be able to buy this indicator for a lifetime access. So if you want the indicator, this is the money tree. This is what we use to make money all day, every day. That's your chance. Plus, you get, of course, Kathy's indicator. You get to trade Forex if you want. You get a whole bunch of tools. There's a ton of stuff inside of the thing, including courses and everything else. But the bottom line is, it's a great deal. We had so many people take advantage of this deal, but it's running away. So if you're new, take a dive with us, because I'm sure you're going to be very, very happy. We specialize in one thing only, which is trading futures to help people pass the prop, get funded. And almost everybody who trades with me has been funded, which is a big improvement to like the general population. Only 5% of people who take evaluations on a prop account get funded by themselves. 80% of people who go through my coaching get funded. So that means you then get to trade with the prop firm's money, which is what we do. Today I'm just trading the eval accounts to basically teach everybody the methodology. But we have lots and lots of funded accounts. We have we have the funded account over here that's closed, and of course all my other funded accounts are on wealth charts, which are over here, which we're gonna trade soon, because we're gonna update the wealth charts indicator as well very, very soon for all of this. And tomorrow I'll probably be trading wealth charts with you guys. But apply your indicators to all your charts at once. Okay. Oh, that looks like it's like my indicator up there. So we have all of these funded accounts that we're running in wealth charts as well. So very, very cool. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of the triangles, guys. We're gonna get rid of this stupid volatility. I will make it much cleaner and better for you guys on wealth charts on the next round as we go. By the way, I know I missed the turn in gold, but remember I said once it gets up here, it's going to be very, very easy for us to trade the gold trade. And look at this. This was the gold signal over here that we could have easily taken to trade. As I said, we're going to do the best we can, trading 2 instruments at a time, but you really can't. The key to success is trading 1 instrument at a time, not 2. Can watch gold over here, see if there's more continuity for us to trade. Here's NASDAQ. NASDAQ is kind of interesting. So NASDAQ, topping out a little bit of the 6,600 level. We'll see if there's a little bit of a corrective mode here. For now, there's no signals for us, so we're just chilling and taking a look. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Gloria. Yeah. Absolutely, Ben. And just email me. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. Yes. You think the BFF Max is better than the updated one? What specifically do you like better about it than the updated one? What do you like in the BFF Max that you don't have in the AB setups? The new one is more noisy. What does that mean? You don't have to use the new one. You could just, every setting, you could go back to the 2-minute chart. You can go to Christmas tree labels. You can keep the dots. There's nothing that you can't do with a new one that you were able to do with the max one. It's noisy in a sense that gives more, anything that gives more signals by its very definition is going to be more noisy. But the very fact that it gives more signals gives us lots more opportunities to trade, right? There's always a trade-off. More trades means more losses, but also means more opportunities. That's just how it works in life, right? The rarer the trade, the better the trade. There are guys that take one trade a year, but who the fuck wants to do that? It's really, it is what you want it to be. You're looking at the gold chart right now. Would I be trading this to the downside? Yes. This would have been a sell for me, but I kind of left the gold right now because I wanted to focus on Nasdaq. Nasdaq is sort of my baby. So I was looking for setups in gold. And you see gold is, definitely a more difficult trade because this, if you took this one, you would have been stuffed. This was a great trade. The first trade on the turn was always the easiest. This is the easiest trade. This is the easiest money. The easiest money is always the first trade. So this was the easiest money. This was good follow-up money. This made it, so you got short here. This made money. You got short here. And then the third one kind of died out on you, right? Because it's, because we're still holding. Now gold is sort of like in no man's land. We broke above the 50. The question is, remember, gold is still negative for the day, right? It's just that it kind of like they sold it really, really hard. Buyers came in. The question is, all of this buying rally, is it gonna hold? So let's play it. Let's play this this trade. I got to go back to 1. And I got to go back to 10:30. Let's see if this positive setup sets us up. We have a green candle. Slope is not green yet. You can see the slope is just not green. So this is not going to be a trade for us until and unless the slope turns green. So no, we're gonna have to be patient. See if they want to run it a little bit higher. And it's clear that when you're looking over here, we had the big move, the sell-off, a little bit of stabilization. Is this a viable trade? Yeah. Now we missed this setup. This is the kind of setup I absolutely hate, because what happens is the signal should have been here and it would have been an easy trade, right? Now the signal is kind of like high up. It's floating above the moving average. It's not making fresh highs. It's trying to recover towards fresh highs. So it's very vulnerable to a sell-off. But it's an A setup. So we will stick to our rule set and take this trade. Although I have far less confidence in this trade than I would have had if the trade was over here. But we'll give it a shot. Let's see if it extends. All right, I'm in here. Got to bring it down just a little bit. Let's see if this works. It does work. Okay, so got to trust your setup. And that worked out very nicely. Wait, how the hell? Why was it 57.3? It was a 10:30. How did it go to 2? Anyway, whatever. It doesn't matter. It was a 10:30 trade, right? Why did it give me a large? Oh, maybe it got just slipped. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Anyways, it popped. We got it done. So yes, Nadine, the question here was a turn to the upside. It worked. Let's go back to NASDAQ. Let's see what it wants to do here. So S5XX. You understand what I'm saying about making it less noisy? You can easily put this on a 2-minute. You can just do Christmas tree trades. You can just do pause trades. You can do whatever you want. I feel like everybody in the group is really enjoying the 1-minute chart. Lots of trade ideas. And again, the function of live is to give you guys as many chances to practice the setups as possible, because it's once you internalize the ideas, you can then very, very quickly see them, take advantage of them, and begin to trade them with confidence yourself. That's the game plan, right? I hope you guys like that idea as far as the structure goes. NAS challenging the 600 level. Let me go back to 20. Let's say 1660, right? We said I wanted to go +4 to take advantage of the help with a slippage. So where are we at? Green slope, green candle. Need a breakout dot. We don't have a breakout dot. We don't have a trade. Nine seconds. Breakout dot. A setup. 6 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're in the trade. We're in the trade. Let's see if it goes. No, it's gonna stop me out. Just retrace me out. Let's see. Kind of bought the top. Lots of vol. Let's see if this is gonna work. Probably not. Just did not have enough extension. This 600 still looking like a resist. Still looking like a resist. And, they're trying to really hold it back. So if it is, we'll reconvene and repair on the next one. No. Miguel says it's easier to see a setup. Oh, the reason why you're not seeing the purple candles, SSX. So we got stopped out on this trade because we had a big reversal. By the way, reversal of the 600 sets us up for a short here. So let's see if we can work the short here for a sec. It's going to be another candle or two for the setup. So we're not gonna. So we clearly got to reverse at the 600. Let's see how much, like whether the sellers now want to bring it back down to the moving average. What do I want to say? I know why you're just basically not seeing purple candles or white candles because you have a certain setting. I'll show you how to change that setting. A lot of people had that problem. Okay, let's just watch this for a second because what we're looking for right now is a possible sell signal on the reverse side. Like, is the market going to reverse the 600 structure? "24 seconds left. I'm looking for a red candle. I'm looking for a dot." All right, while it's doing this, let me show you what you need to do. You need to go to Christmas tree table and search labels off and pulse trading tables labels off. And then you need to make sure, now we're waiting for the next one. And you need to make sure, so you have labels off, you need to make sure that you click pull away trade as a click. And then you will have the purples and the whites. You will have all of those on your charts, okay? So just a small sell-off. We're just kind of range bound between the 600 and the 565 level, market consolidating. The buyers are regrouping, trying to see if they could make another run. Let's see who wants to who's going to try and have some control over the price action. Those of you guys who have joined us like in the last half hour, I'm going to run you through the setups again in just 1 minute. We're just trying to see if there's a setup for us right now for this particular trade. Kind of let you can sort of see that we are. Oops, God damn it! I hate Windows so much. Okay, wait. So what I want to do is, you can literally see that the battle, for price control is in this sort of range-based structure, right? I think, by the way, it's actually really helpful. I'm going to start doing this a lot more, where we circumscribe or bracket the near-term ranges so that we can actually see within our dot framework what the price action is doing, where the possibilities are. Because right now there's just like no setups. This is all bullshit. I think I like doing this, right? This makes it very, very clean and clear to see what's actually happening, what the dots are telling us, and how we should be acting given the setups. So slope finally turning green again. First white dot. For us to get interested, we really need a second green candle that ideally would kind of break this high over here. At which point, it may likely take us through the through fresh highs. But for now, the jury is still out. We have to see where the trades are. 30 seconds left. Slope is red. It's just, basically it's really, it needs to hold through that 600. If it closes above 600, then we have some confidence that that this is a possible move to the upside. All right, long here. And I got done very, very quickly. Now, I had a short target on this to kind of resolve. Remember I had the 16 versus 20, but if I had the 20, it would have been fine. I was looking for slippage and everything else, and it's fine. Now, this is still within range. This is still not a great trade. We got, that's why I had a short target, because I really didn't have a lot of confidence this thing was going to go and run all the way through. But even if you had the 5 target, it was this 98. What was the high over here? 605. You absolutely would have made the 5 points. I had the 4 points on here to make it. But the real trade here for us will be if we start clearing this white line to the upside. Let's see what the price action wants to do. Anybody take that NASDAQ trade with me? Oh, let me go back to, so we repaired this one trade. Let me just come back down to this. Let's see what we want to do here. Who just came into the room like a couple of minutes ago or half an hour ago, wants to get a full explanation for the setups, try to understand what we're doing. If you say yes, I'll give you an explanation. but I need you to talk. Ooh, look at that breakout. There we go. Nice big breakout. 9 seconds left. Let's try to do this on a 2060. 4 seconds left. Boom. In the trade. In the trade. In the trade. In and out. In and out. Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. Tony Darling, fuck you. Every day you do this bullshit to me. Everybody take that trade. That was like right then and there. Look, I told you. Set up, pop up. Pop the trade, pass the prop. Okay. So you took that in a minute because you liked it. Good for you, man. I would have done the same thing. Good for you. I'm just, remember, I'm trading small with you guys because the game plan is for us to run like, 100 on each account, which we kind of did. I love you, Tony. You know that. You're a fellow Jerseyan. You understand. That's my 15 points for you. Nice job. Yeah, this is a big pop. And like you could just totally see it, right? You just totally this is what's so cool about dots and setups and everything else. All right, let me clean up the charts for you guys, and let's mute the trade so you guys can actually see it. So for those of you who are new, and I have a PDF, which I'm sorry, guys, I keep forgetting. Tomorrow, if you guys come into the room tomorrow, I'll give you the link where you're going to be able to actually download the PDF. I just got too busy today, trying to save the house from either burning or freezing to death to do this. But I promise you, I will have this tomorrow. I'll give you a link. You're going to be able to download this PDF, which actually gives you step-by-step rules for every single trade that we do. But in the broad general sense, right? And actually, I'm even going to make it better. I will preface this PDF with the whole idea of what is shade, what are the short-term SMA, what's the long-term SMA, what the dots mean, like every single component of the structure, because this kind of assumes the basic fundamentals. And then there'll be a really, really good learning tool for you guys to use. So the basic idea is 200 period SMA, 8 period SMA, short over long. When we have the short over long, we're positive bid, we're positive upside, we're trading with trend to the upside. When it's below, we're trading with a trend to the downside. We can trade both trend and counter trend. For example, this little red thing over here, that's a counter trend signal. Obviously, these green signals are all trend signals, to the upside, right? The shaded area is what we call the allowed volatility area. It means we want lots of volatility because we want continuity. Volatility precedes continuity. The more movement you have, the more likely you're going to have continuity of movement. So to do that, we establish that by saying there's got to be a spread between the two moving averages. Because when there's no spread between the moving averages, when the area is not shaded, that means price action is dead, right? You can see this in Asia, or even like over here, price action is just really, really dead, not doing anything. These shaded areas are shaded areas actually were quite good. Asia was actually pretty movable today. It was a pretty strong uptrend. But that's our quick measurement of volatility, and then continuity. And then the dots themselves are breakout dots. The white dots are early upside breakout. Green dots are strong upside breakout. The white candles is supernova, really, really strong upside ones. The gold candles is super high volatility. This one particular candle means huge amount of movement within the candle. Like warning sign, this is a very highly volatile candle. So these are all visual clues or cues for you to trade. And then you can trade them against the basic, regular, normal technical analysis, where you just basically look at ranges and price action. And you can see how when price action is broken, the dots give you enormous amount of edge in trading. This trade breaks the thing with a dot, boom, boom, boom. We traded this very nicely. You can literally see us doing all of that on the chart. Long breakout. Us trading all of this to the upside, right? Here's a trade that's setting up for us right now. We have a extension. We have 16 seconds left. It's a decent trade. It's worth a shot. 10, 11 seconds. We'll see if we can take it. It's got a hold. All right, I'm long. And maybe it's going to die out on us, and if it does, we'll repair it. But this is a good clean. Again, remember, I'm taking as many trades as possible. This is already very, very late in the trend, but I'm really pressing my luck because I just want to show you more and more setups of this type of structure, and also explain to you that when you're trading small, you can assume a lot more risk because you can repair that risk, right? When you're trading large, you want to be a lot more selective. So I'm less selective, going to take more stops, but also going to be able to repair all those stops with much greater ease because I have so much size on my side. That's basically how it's going to work. And we'll see if this extends. What time is it? We still got time. Yeah, it kind of dies out because it was super strong expansion here. So not unusual to say that this trade was going to be problematic, but it was a setup, and I wanted to just take it with you because I said the idea is to take as many setups as possible so you guys can see the play in action. Yeah, it was at the top of the market profile. Exactly, Neil. It was by no mean, shape, or form an ideal trade, right? It was a bet on like top continuity, on like hugely extended continuity. This was clearly a much better trade over here. We broke out the ranges, but it was still a reasonable bet, not a great one. And we just we're going to see if we can if it plays out. Yeah, what I'm going to take it, and I took it. Oh, we got done. We got done almost at +5. So we got very lucky. It really tested our max kind of stress, but it did it did pop up. But as you can see, now is it breaking to fresh highs? Yes. If do you want to just keep going with it? You probably could. I got unfortunately, I got about 5 minutes with you guys because I got to wrap it up because I have a meeting coming up soon. This was the micro mini marathon. We started with two $50,000 accounts. This one is 40. This one is 119. I didn't quite make $200 in both accounts, but I came, what is that, 160? I came $40 short of doing that with really, very dispersed trades, right? If I wasn't focused on NASDAQ, I didn't trade just one account. I didn't even bother with gold for a long time. Like gold, for example, if we stayed with gold, we could have had a couple more trades. There's a lot of trades I missed for you because I'm trying to teach both trade and teach at the same time. So I'd say pretty good for government work. The goal was, let's see if we can do $100 on ultra small accounts, repair everything we can, and we're pretty much stuck to plan. The day is still ahead of me. If I wanted to trade this on small sizes, I'm pretty confident I can run both of these accounts into +100 each before the end of the day. It's fun. It's fun to do this on small size because you see how the drawdowns are very, very minuscule. As a matter of fact, you know what? Let's take a look at. Let me just look at this. So let's go to reports. 84. Is it 84? What the fuck? Which one am I doing? No. What's 84? What's on my 84? I didn't even know what's on my 84 account. 85. Okay. So here's 85. You see the drawdowns are very, very small. It's like $31 in drawdown, right? What's on 86? Okay, same kind of a thing, like $25, $30 worth of drawdown. Very, like literally super manageable. You're talking about an account that has a $2,500 drawdown, and I'm peaking at $25. So trading small really, really, really helps you control the narrative. And if you can control the narrative, you can eventually control the account, and that obviously makes it. Plus, you get to practice a lot of good setups, right? Like you get to practice. This would have been a good setup over here. This was a good setup over here. You have all this, a lot of this practice. Clean Subber says that gold is great. Yes, I think it is. If maybe tomorrow all I do is trade gold. If all we trade is gold, then yes, because over here you just have to be patient, and you have the setups, set up. You just you can hit all the dots you want, and you probably would have had about 6 or 7 trades here in the last hour. I've just been all over the place because I'm sort of both teaching and showing at the same time. But that's the point. That's the point of live. The point of live is just to get you guys excited about the possibilities of scalping and doing all this stuff. So, okay, we'll kill the poll here. Thank you very much for voting. We'll keep the letters. Everybody wants the letters. I'll keep the letters. What else I want to tell you guys? Any final questions before I go? Does everybody like the scalping? Everybody enjoying all these multiple trades that we did today on all these accounts, and had a good time with them? Which account is this? I think I got to go to the 86 account, right? Yeah, there we go. Oh, and by the way, look at this, and I totally missed this. Fuck. I mean, just, I'm talking, right? So you guys have to forgive me. I'm just yapping. But this would have been a great short, right? This was a turn short. We finally hit the highs. This was exhaustion kind of a high. The A over here, 625, boom. That was like a $20 target for a $5 target that we wanted. So that was super, super, super easy. Good. Everybody's loving the scalping. I'm so glad you guys like it. Everybody having a great time. Okay, so my last pitch to everybody: Apex, go out there before get a couple of accounts right now. Trust me, if you buy a couple of accounts, just inventory them for a couple of days. You will use them. They're really, really useful, and they'll be a lot of fun to trade. If you want the power tools, the profit tools max thing, this is it. This gives you lifetime access to the dots. Plus, for a very small upgrade, you get coaching with me, which is every Thursday, 7:00. So that would be awesome too. Lynn is liking it. Okay, I'm so glad. I'm so glad everybody's having a good time. The newbies. Where are my Frenchies? Where are my Tampa people? Where are my Dubai people? Did you guys like that? Everybody who's new from the room, and anybody else who's new in the room, say hello to me. Say hello to me. I'd love to say hello to you. Anyways, the cool thing is that we can now incorporate just classical technical analysis into the dot structure to just give us even better edges in the market, like higher probability trades where we can really, really feel confident that things are going to pop. Hey, View. Hey, Ruba, nice to see you. Did you guys like the scalping structure? Oh my God, I'm fucking freezing in this house. Jesus Christ. Is it like, I can't wait for these heating guys to come soon enough. If you can't do the lifetime, what's the monthly option for this dots system? It's $1.97. It's really that's like the shittiest version, honestly. The best, if you can't do lifetime, there is a coaching version which I'm going to give you. Hang on a second. Let me give this to you. This one is it's for $5.97. But the cool part is I'll refund you 97, and you can buy free prop accounts with that. So it's a really, really good deal. But you get that you get it for 6 months, and then if you want to upgrade later, you can. But it's a much better deal. I think the monthly version is just the worst version ever, because you don't get coaching, and you just you're paying way too much money, in my opinion. So this is the 6 months version. I think that might be something you might want to try if you can't do the lifetime. Okay. Otherwise, great day, guys. Like a lot of fun. Oh, you know what? Let's take a look. I'm just curious. All right, let's just look. Hang on a second. No, not 83. What the fuck was this? 84? No, 85. With the 85 and 86, right? 85, 86. Okay, this is what I wanted to look at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 5 out of 6. And what do we do on the 86 one? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 to 2. Yeah. 8 to 2 on a 1-3. Yeah. So what I try and do, in this particular structure, we're just trying to, if you're gathering data, you're trying to get odds. The odds that I'm shooting for is 10 to 2, right? So that means 10 winners, 2 losers, net positive is 4, which is good. And remember, if you're doing this on larger size, you obviously, that's $400 within a couple of hours. I think that those are very realistic odds that you're trying to achieve. Like this is an 8-2, but I hadn't taken as many trades, and I obviously wasn't as focused. When I was trading my own account last night, I was actually 10-1. Like when you're really in the zone, and and I'm not yapping, and I'm just really not focusing. I think it's not out of the realm possibility to be 10-1 or maybe 12-2, in terms of odds. So when you're 12-2 on odds with the stops costing you 3, you're really net positive 6, which is really, really good. And I just wanted to show you that that's the power of high probability trading that happens when you're scalping. So hopefully you guys liked all that. Hopefully you guys liked everything. Thank you so much, guys. I'm going to be actually New York close today. So we're going to trade New York close today on ACAP. We're going to trade CFDs, and then we're going to trade Asia close. So there's three lives today, which is going to be very, very interesting to see how we go. So I'm going to see you guys in a little bit at 2:30. Don't forget, 2:30 New York, 2:30 to 3:30. We're going to see how the New York close goes and see how all that works. No, I'm taking all the trades. Like notice, Nadine, I was taking everything. And a lot of times, and Nadine, honestly, I'm not really taking the A minuses and Bs only. I'm taking all the dots that I've like. If I'm in the best structure is when you get into a trend and you get the dots running. You get the green slope, green candle, green dot, boom, 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 boom. I love that. Red. I'm selling. I'm buying. I'm super happy doing that. By the way, setup over here. Let's. Oh, it just went away. I would have sold this over here. I'm basically trying to press. Like what I want to do is I want to spend an hour making 6 or 7 winning trades in this cycle. I just need to. I'm just looking for a big cycle like that. That's what I do. That's what I did last night when I was trading Asia. That's the best part. That's when you start hitting hitting those 7-1. You go to 7-1, 8-1 ratios, and you get it done. So yeah, it's totally viable. But again, a lot easier to do this on micros, both psychologically, physically, financially. And once you get super, super good, you can get larger size. But it's always easier to that's why I wanted to kind of do the micro mini marathon today. Set up over here, by the way, starting to give back this move. Although not quite showing up. All right, I'm going to leave you guys be. Thank you so much for everything, guys. As always, all the newbies come back either to New York close, where we're going to trade using the tools from MetaTrader 5. Those of you guys who have MetaTrader 5, MetaTrader 4 will really enjoy that. And then I'll see you tonight for Asia session trade. All right. Everybody have a good one. Thank you. It's hot trading the dots. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hot dots. I think it's a new song, Gloria. I think we're going to make a new song. I'm going to make a new song out of that. Thank you, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.